that if I didn't stop interfering, they would kill me. I contacted the FBI, even though I'd had recent run-ins with them in a separate boxing investigation. My call led to my cooperating with the FBI against those mob guys, or who they say they were, to try to protect myself and others. That's the story, and it's not a new story. I wrote about it in my book, Go and Tell Pharaoh, back in 1996, and it's been reported in the press before. I did the right thing working with authorities. I didn't consider myself, quote, an informant, wasn't told I was that. I was an American citizen with every right to call law enforcement, and that's the lesson I want to emphasize tonight.
All right, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Al Sharpton, trying to explain his way out of this one on his show on MSNBC last night, where it's been revealed now, of course, that he was an FBI snitch. At least that's what the Smoking Gun, or Snoops, what was it? Anyway, joining us now is a man who's written a brilliant column on it today at the Washington Times, and that's our friend Charles Hurd. Hey, Charles.
Hey, Steve.
So let's get this straight. A low-down, double-crossing, lying snitch from the start, and you finished by saying to him, now we come to find out you were in cahoots with Whitey all along, so no longer are you just a low-down, two-bit huckster. You're a lying, cheating, double-crossing, low-down, two-bit huckster. I love it.
It's just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. And you've got to, and you almost have to admire the guts, the gutsiness that and shamelessness that it must take for him to go out there and not see a thing in the world wrong with any of this. He didn't consider himself a confidential informant. Well, the FBI thought thought of him as a confidential informant, and not only that, they paid him for the information that he gave them. And is he telling us he didn't cash those checks, or he didn't accept that money? Is that what he means when he says that he didn't consider himself a confidential informant?
Well, he had a number, CI, what was it, 7?
CI 7, which will go down as being even worse than client number 9.
Number 9 for Spitzer. Well, what will this do to him? I mean, he's not going to lose his job for it. He's not going to lose his front row seat at the dinner table with Michelle and Barack. You know, he's not going to lose his street cred at the National Action Network when Obama comes and speaks there next week. So, I mean, you know, what will the repercussions be, do you think?
I don't know, though. I mean, do you really think he doesn't lose? I'm talking about real street cred,
right.
Not this manufactured street cred that he gets from people like the executives at MSNBC,
right,
who, for some reason, give him a show and allow him to really embarrass himself on a nightly basis, where he's struggling to read through the teleprompter like he's just learning how to read. And what I mean, I just wonder why that is not viewed by blacks as being actually kind of racist. How is it that you give a guy like this a show like that when he clearly is not? I mean, he's not a fair representation of black people. But I honestly think that that's what, you know, the way MSNBC rolls is they're just like, well, yes, he can't read the teleprompter, but isn't that just how black people read? Why are they not called out for being racists for this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, because he's unqualified. I mean, he's just unqualified.
Totally unqualified. And not only that, but a total huckster who has shaken people down, who has destroyed lives. And I mean, I believe in being as suspicious of the cops as the next guy, but he has gone to so far as to help create a lie, a hoax that destroyed the lives of several police officers well after they knew that Tawana Brawley was lying.
You're talking about Tawana Brawley, and of course, that, for those who don't know, that was a whole big thing in New York where this girl, a black girl in Westchester, They found her supposedly in a plastic bag with feces in it, and she claimed she was raped by the police hierarchy and law enforcement hierarchy of Westchester County. One man committed suicide. Sharpton was found to, Stephen Pagonis sued him for defamation, and it took him a long time to pay Stephen Pagonis, I believe, and I don't even know where that stands. But yeah, lives were ruined.
And has he even actually paid the entire amount? Or maybe it's Tawana Brawley who still hasn't
there was
paid.
something with Sharpton. Yeah, Tawana Brawley hasn't paid. Sharpton I think paid actually, but eventually. But a grand jury assembled by ordered by Governor Mario Cuomo at the time in New York found that the whole thing was a hoax. And to this day, you won't find Al Sharpton. He never apologized for it.
No. Even though he's the first to the microphone when demanding somebody else apologize. And you know what, Steve, I get it. I get why this guy, especially in the conservative press, why he gets a pass so often. Because he's so daggone entertaining. And he's relentless. And, when he was running for the Democratic nomination, he was a real thorn in the side of Democrats. And quite frankly, a lot of times, during those debates, I remember being at the debates, covering them, and at the end of every single debate, my lead quote was a quote from Al Sharpton, who was not ever going to win, but it just went to the point of he was so much better and so much more interesting than any, Joe Biden or.
Oh, no. Yeah, but here's the thing, and you know this full well, Charles. Al Sharpton, in his career, has called Greeks homos. He called David Dinkins the N-word. Said you have you think you're the only N. You have the only N problem. The Crown Heights riots. And the statements that he's alleged to have made, the Korean grocery boycott, and then there was Freddy's. Imagine an MSNBC talk show host today, or a Fox News talk show host. Could this have ever happened? If 20 years ago or whatever, this Fox News host was picketing in front of a black business owner in Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, calling him a black interloper. Subsequently, that store was burnt down. 7 people were killed, including the owner of the store, even though the host was never charged at all. Could that man ever be a host or have a career? No, but that's Al Sharpton.
Yeah, they would be let out of town on a stretcher with Al Sharpton leading the charge.
Yeah,
and it's a remarkable double standard, but I do get that if you ever talk to him, he's a very funny guy, he's very appealing. And he has that sort of that shtick about I'm a fallen Christian, but I'm struggling, I'm trying that's all that stuff is very appealing to somebody. But what I really don't get is I don't know why the left, I don't know why Democrats. He's such an embarrassment to Democrats, and he's such a discredit to Democrats. I don't get why they give him so much credibility, but that's what MSNBC does, and they give him a prime time 30-minute political show that except for its comic value, is unwatchable, and it's actually so bad. It's so bad that you have like Saturday Night Live joke writers who watch it and do spoofs about it. For any liberal or any Democrat to gain the attention of comic writers in America today, you've got to be really bad.
I love the way you start your piece. President Obama turns out to be an incompetent fraud who's never actually read the U.S. Constitution. Edward Snowden tucked tail and fled to Siberia. Washington National star Ryan Zimmerman can no longer be relied upon to scoop up a crazy bouncer just inside the third baseline, a pirouette, and throw like a laser to first baseman Adam LaRoche's mitt. And now we learn the Reverend Al Sharpton has been working for the man all along.
My editor noted last night that the man is supposed to be capitalized. I failed to capitalize the man, and I forget that is actually a proper noun.
Charles,
the man.
It's always great to talk to you, sir. Folks, check it out at WashingtonTimes.com. Charles Hurt piece on Al Sharpton. We'll speak to you next week. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Steve.
Take care, Charles. All right, just great stuff. All right, when we come back, it's Gimme 5. I hope you'll do that. And stay tuned right here on the Steve Malzberg Show, only on Newsmax Television.
We don't just talk about the news, we talk to those making news. This is the Steve Malzberg Show.